John says, can a landlord or managing agent request that prospective tenants are vaccinated? And further, can a landlord or managing agent request that a tenant or prospective tenant present a copy of their vaccination card? Cilna?
I'm so glad you're throwing that one my direction, because that's a question I actually get very, very, very often. And the answer is simply no. No, you can't. Not in a normal rental. The reason why I simply say no is it's not a requirement in our law, legally in South Africa. It's not compulsory to get vaccinated if we talk about the COVID-19 vaccine. If we talk about compulsory vaccines in South Africa, there isn't any that I'm aware of. But for instance, you can't travel to certain countries unless you, for instance, have your yellow fever vaccine or things like that. If it's a legal requirement, it's 100% enforceable in South Africa. COVID-19, and I suppose that's the vaccine people are talking about. If we say vaccination, I think everybody forgot about all the other vaccinations we have, like measles and TB and all the others. But if we talk about vaccination, I suppose we're talking about COVID-19 vaccine. And the answer is simply, it's not a requirement in law. Currently, it's not compulsory in law to be vaccinated. And for that reason, we can't, as private citizens, enforce rights against others that isn't the, or obligations against others that isn't there in law, unless the parties agree to it. Now, to make it compulsory to be vaccinated, to enter into a lease agreement, is it makes no sense if there is reason behind it. Say, for instance, it's a multi-let property, or it's a student accommodation property, where the people are interacting with each other, and there could be a risk should one of the tenants get COVID and they're going to be out and hopefully not that sick, but I mean that this is the reason why we vaccinate, is to mitigate the risk of extended hospital stays and obviously death as well. If you are placing other tenants at risk by not having an unvaccinated person in the property, there could be an argument, but I mean, we've had this conversation, and even that, I must say, is pretty thin in my head. If it was that if you were vaccinated, you can't pass COVID to another party, then yes, obviously, in that case, I would see a lot of reason behind it, and I can see a bit of an argument there to make it compulsory in a student accommodation or a multi-let situation. But an individual landlord renting to a family, you're not supposed to hang out with them. By definition and essentially of your lease agreement, you're supposed to give them undisturbed use and enjoyment. So don't go and disturb them, and you won't pick up COVID from them, and everybody is happy. So it's as simple as that. Unless our law makes it compulsory, I can't see how a landlord can enforce that.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.